Manchester United won, Chelsea won, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed once again in my front line. Today, let me start by saying this. Today's quality on the pitch, I'm not going to lie, is very sad to see what both teams have come to. Yes, I understand Chelsea are having a better season than last season, but this game used to be the pinnacle of football, about 12, 13 years ago. Prime Fergie against Prime Mourinho, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. That was the pinnacle for both teams, head to head, going against each other in Champions League finals, winning league titles off each other, sharing six leagues in a row were shared between these two clubs. Chelsea taking a few FA Cups off us. We're taking a few League Cups off them and a few leagues. It was absolutely amazing. And to watch the lack of quality today, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty disappointing. But let's talk about my team more in depth. And there's only one where to start. There's only one where to start. Alejandro Garnacho Estrada. Remember that? Remember that guy? He used to be Omaga's manager in WWE. I think that was number 17, as I like to address him today, because I don't want to say his name no more. Blood is on your hands. 100%. There's blood on your hands today, Garnacho. We should have left with the 3 points. Your ball striking is absolutely embarrassing. I don't know what's more embarrassing. The fact that you get played every game, or the fact that you make the same mistakes every game, or actually the fact that you play 90 minutes every game. Because what is the difference between Ruud van Nistelrooy and Erik ten Hag? One is a club legend, one isn't. Football is the same. Today, I saw Ten Hag ball, was just a different person on the sideline. I saw a different man, but the same idea. Garnacho, I'm not going to lie, we need to have a serious talk, because this GA, and this is why football cannot only be measured by one metric. GNA will never, and I tweeted this today, make sure you follow me on Twitter, on YouTube, on Twitch if you haven't yet. I tweeted out saying there's not an amount of GNA that's going to ever fool me to thinking that Garnacho's something that he's not. Today, when the stars, not the stars, when the light was bright, my guy didn't shine today. My guy couldn't finish his dinner, and he was missing sitters. He wasn't even doing anything complicated. He was missing sitters today. One in the first half, one in the second half. Ignored Mazraoui on the overlap. Ignored the run from Ahmad in the last couple minutes of the game. These are all big chances that we need better. And the lack of IQ that he has when it comes to his decisions in the final third, I don't think they get talked about enough. Because he can have all this GA that he has this season so far. Listen, fair play, but I see most of them. I know when he gets an easy tap in versus when he doesn't do the right decisions in certain areas. And today it cost us. And it cost us against a big team in a big game. And I'm more disappointed in Ruud that he decided to, number one, take out Rashford instead of Garnacho and bring on Ahmad. And secondly, Rashford started the game very well on the left-hand side. He gets a very good attacking action against Gusto. Actually does a very good dribble. Skins his defender. Gets past his defender. Gets a shot on target. And then right away, he gets switched to the right. Is this how you reward Rashford for actually having a good moment against Gusto? Like, he just cooked him. Why would you move him after he just cooked him? Like, what logic did that make sense with? It made no sense. But it is what it is. Listen, if anything, today's game, I'm going to take it away from Garnacho and I'll talk about overall performance. Today's game showed me that we are desperate for Man Utd to be back. We're desperate for someone like Eriksen to be signed in the summer, someone with a little bit more legs but the same technical ability. Because today's game, United were screaming for a ball progression and we didn't have it. We went long a lot. We went too direct. So many Hollywood balls being played in behind from Bruno, from Casemiro. No one really had the patience to move the ball around and do some proper build-up. And it was a bit disappointing to see at times. I think our best moments all came from Chelsea mistakes, which is why I'm saying, like, on the ball today, I felt like Chelsea were just very good and very comfortable when we had the ball. They really weren't worried about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we got to broke them down a lot. We didn't really do a lot against them where I'm like, yeah, there's a consistency here. There's a flow here. There's a rhythm here. There's patterns that are being repeated every time we get the ball. I didn't really see that, and it was a bit disappointing to see. Chelsea defended very comfortably, and and that's just an indictment on how poor our midfield is. You know, Bruno Casemiro and Ugarte midfield. It'll probably work against the Leicester like we've seen over the weekend, the Carabao Cup, but against big oppositions, we need a serious revamp in that midfield, you know. But listen, while we're at it, let me just give a massive shout out to Mazraoui, because Mazraoui today, what an absolute monstrous performance. I mean, I'd like to go and check the stats when I'm done here and see what was his dual success rate and tackling success rate and all that stuff. He was an absolute monster. My man of the match, in my opinion. He was everywhere. On the ball, back heels, flicks, passing, running behind, off the ball, tracking back, tackling, winning his duels, as I said, winning his tackles. Kept, bro. He had Nani Madueke today locked up in Marrakesh prison. This guy, listen, he's a prisoner in Morocco right now. They need to send him back. They need to send him back. You have to send him back, Mozart, because Madueke is one of the better one-on-one defenders. Sorry, I didn't mean to say defenders. He's one of the best one-on-one attackers in the league. He's very good at taking on his defender. He has a good success rate. But the fact that Mazraoui today did not look bothered, it shows you that he has a serious case to being one of the signings of the season. 12 million for this beast. What a signing it's been. You know, I felt like our defending was a little bit comfortable today, and a big part of it is down to Cole Palmer. I mean, let's talk about Cole Palmer. Didn't really do much today, did he? Right? I mean, it was disappointing as a Chelsea fan to see his performance today, because one thing that Chelsea fans told me that at least he bangs goals against United, and he didn't today. I felt like Maresca's tactics forced him more down the left, which is not where you want to see him. You want to see him more in central areas or cutting from his right so he can get some shots on goal, play a couple balls in behind his attacker. There was no link-up play between him and Jackson today that was notable. And I think is one of the reasons why they just didn't do much. Both defenses did well today, but both attacks. I mean, Chelsea didn't really create enough. Outside of the Madueke header, what else did they create? Neto had a good shot that went by Onana's post in the second half, and that's it. United had the majority of the chances, and I think United fans, both sets of fans, should be leaving disappointed today. United should be disappointed because we had the chances. We didn't necessarily play amazing, but we had the chances and we didn't finish them. And Chelsea should be disappointed because, like, when you look at a team like United that's been decimated by Liverpool, decimated by Spurs, decimated by Brighton, like, there's a few teams that battered us this season. And for you to have an up season like you are, and you're coming in with all this hype, and after 11 years, you can finally break the curse, and you didn't. I think Chelsea fans should be disappointed. I don't think they should do too much of it, but you should 100% be disappointed, because if there was ever a time to break that curse, it was now. You know, but now it's 12 years, and I made a joke earlier today on my watch along, and it ended up being true. I said, you're going from proper chess to proper 12. You know, shout out Conor McGregor, because it's proper 12 years without a win in Old Trafford. So Chelsea fans are going to have to hold that. But listen, overall, they've had a good season. Their heads should be a little bit down today. But, you know, I'm not even going to do this shameless thing. I'm going to save this until I see Dawn and I see these guys, you know. But all these guys that predicted like crazy scores, people who didn't want to put any United players in combined 11s. I heard people say 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. You know, the curse is finally going to be broken. Just to see this, I mean, you generated what, like 1 XG today? Come on. It's just, after all that chest, you guys should be left disappointed, you know? But I'll be really honest with you guys. I'm disappointed we didn't leave with any points today, because we're not, sorry, I'm lying. We left with a point. But I'm disappointed we didn't leave with the 3 points today. Not necessarily because, like, I should be taking Chelsea as a guaranteed 3 points. That's not what I'm saying. But we're sitting 13th before this game starts. Like, we need to pick up points. We need to start winning every game, whether we're favorites or not, whether it's difficult or not, whether it's home or it's away, whether we have injuries or everyone's fully fit. We have set ourselves already behind most teams. Now, I can't be making excuses for games where I'm like, oh, it's okay, Garnacho, we'll get him next week. It's okay, we just got unlucky today. We'll do it next week. I can't do that. I can't do that because we're sitting 13th. We are 13th. We need to start winning. I don't know if we moved up today with 1 point, but before the game, we're 13th. We need to start picking up results now. We got Leicester next week, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very excited to watch Ruben Amorim because I cannot watch this football again. Ruud van Nistelrooy, you're a club legend. You're the first ever United team I watched had Ruud van Nistelrooy in it, so he'll always be like something special to me. But as a manager, I'm disappointed in you for not trying anything out of the box. You didn't think outside the box. I'm disappointed. You didn't do what Carrick did. You didn't do what Ranić did. You didn't try to just give us something different. You just came in and you're repeating everything Ten Hag was doing. And maybe they're adhering better to you because they respect you more and they want to run for you. They want to show you energy. They want to defend better. But on the ball, the tactics, I haven't seen anything different, Ruud. And I don't think Ruud is going to be here under Ruben Amorim. There's no reason why I look at Van Nistelrooy and I'm like, we need to keep him. Because he didn't show me anything in today's game where he's like, look, this is where Ten Hag was going to get wrong. I'm going to get it right. And by the way, it could have been anything. Like, I'm not saying necessarily it has to be something that I like. Like, if he comes in and like Carrick is an example. Carrick's first game, he benched Bruno. And this is not to feed into my, oh, I don't like Bruno agenda, but it's just something that's very notable. And you're like, oh, what? Look, he actually made like a big change. If he comes in and he says, listen, you know what? Rashford, you've been horrible. Or Garnacho, you've been horrible. Now I'm starting Ahmed every game. I'll be like, all right, he sees something that wasn't working under Ten Hag. He wants to change it. Let it not be Ahmed because people are going to say, oh, you're only saying that because you like Ahmed. It could have been something else. It could be something like, I don't know. Let me give you another example. He could be like, you know what? I think Martinez, no, he hasn't been a good defender for us this season. I'm taking him out and I'm putting Evans in. Or you know what? I'm changing the shape of that midfield. Like, I didn't feel like he made any changes to say, yeah, this is no longer Ten Hag ball. This is Ruud van Nistelrooy ball. This is how we're going to play. He did the same things he was doing. Ten Hag. He left Garnacho on the left, played Rashford on the right. And then in 60 minutes, we always take out Rashford and we put on Ahmad. It's the same change. I'm used to it. We always bring on a center back. This time we brought on Lindelof. We didn't bring on Evans. I didn't see anything different. Bruno played the football the same way he does. Casemiro played football the same way he does. I unfortunately, I didn't see anything from Ruud where I'm like, yeah. He saw what Ten Hag was doing wrong and he tried to rectify it or change it. He didn't really. You know? It is what it is, though. We have a big game, and every game is a big game now. I'm probably going to be saying this all season, but we have a big game coming up now during this week against PAOK. I think we're at home as well. So we play PAOK at home. We desperately need a win in the Europa League. We need our first win in the Europa League. We need something to go good. Something has to start going for us right now. So at least when Maresca comes in, Maresca, why am I thinking of Maresca? I'm done talking about them. At least when Ruben Amorim comes in, Ruud is not going to leave us at a good spot, but maybe a better spot, I should say. You know, just leave us on a back to back win against PAOK and then against Leicester, and I'll be like, you know what, Ruud van Nistelrooy, that's 3 wins out of 4, no losses. Thank you. Right off to the sunset until we meet again. But listen, let me know your thoughts in the comments, whether you're a United fan, Arsenal fan, Chelsea fan, Liverpool fan, whether you're neutral, whether your team played today, I don't care. Let me know your thoughts. And obviously, as always, like the video, subscribe, and share the video. You know, do the triple bang. Like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next stream.